I don't want to waste this. Put it on my legs. Put it on my kneecap. Just a shower and I put it on my kneecap. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be about my skincare routine. I know a lot of you ladies have been asking how do I maintain my skin with the skin condition that I have, as well as dealing with really severe acne or acne in general, because I never really had severe acne, but I do have oily skin, so I was prone to having acne when I was younger. So this video is about how I deal with that and how I deal with everything else that comes with having crazy oily skin. Okay, first off, my skin is oily, as I mentioned earlier, and I suffer from a condition called seborrheic dermatitis, which basically is when your body produces too much sebum, which is oil. So dermatitis is basically a condition with your skin or your epidermis. So anything dealing with dermatitis is dealing with your skin. These conditions include psoriasis, eczema, which is a form of dermatitis, seborrheic dermatitis, which is basically same thing as eczema but a little different. It's not as aggressive, but in babies it's called cradle cap. I think I'm missing maybe like one more scaly form of dermatitis. Eczema, psoriasis, seborrheic dermatitis, contact dermatitis, which is basically if you come in with really harsh chemicals, it causes your skin to like peel or flake or anything like that. It's a form of dermatitis. And I think maybe like sunburns is a form of dermatitis. I can't remember. Those are basically forms of dermatitis. So moving forward, real quick, just go ahead and jump into it. I'll insert a clip of my face, what it looks like unwashed or moisturized, and how I usually wake up with really crazy skin. And you guys will see all my little improvement areas that needs to be improved. But basically you'll see how my face looks when I wake up in the early depths of the morning and what it looks like. So if you have acne, a lot of people suggest, or a lot of dermatologists suggest, that you use products that have salicylic acid in it or benzoyl peroxide, which I really wouldn't do peroxide, but I definitely would use something that has salicylic acid in it to help combat the breakout. You can find over-the-counter products with salicylic acid in it. Like I know Mineralized has a line, I think it's blue, it says acne on it. And I think a couple of other, Peter Thomas Roth has an acne line with salicylic acid in it. Somebody else at Sephora has a line with, I really want to say Clinique, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But basically those companies make products for people who have acne prone skin. I've never really been into like CVS or drugstore brand cleansers that had salicylic acid. I think the best one that I could possibly recommend to you would be like Neutrogena. Neutrogena is like one of the best skincare lines that is of drugstore grade cleanser. Obviously, if you have really bad acne, go to a dermatologist and get a prescription. I'm not really into straight pharmaceutical medicine because of a whole lot of things, but I just was never really into it. So I obviously, once I got out of having a consistent breakout, I started to go for the more natural route when it comes to skincare and getting rid of acne a little bit more naturally. I know a lot of people will suggest you go on birth control. That's up to you, and you know, wherever you are in your life, if that's what you want to do. Birth control really didn't combat my acne because I really at the time didn't have acne, I had dermatitis, which kind of was mimicking having acne, but it's different. It doesn't respond the same to acne medications. Moving forward, I've noticed that when I do have a flare-up, it comes from a lot of citric things, so like lemonade, orange juice, anything with a lot of acid in it causes my skin to flare up. So I definitely would stay away from anything with lemon juice in it, drinking lemonade, unfortunately, unless it's in like large quantities. Anything super citrusy to the face or to my skin, I definitely will recommend staying away from it. That's just me with my dermatitis. So starters, to wash my face, as I mentioned in my summer favorites video, I use a product called La Roche-Posay, which is basically like a cream-y consistency skin cleanser. Now, this is a creamy type of emulsion. That's what it looks like. I just use a little dab, literally, of it. I'm massaging it into my skin, rinse it off, whatever. And I use the actual matching moisturizer to this. It's over on the other side of my room. I actually need to get another one because I'm running low, but I'll insert a picture of it somewhere in the video so you guys can see what it looks like, and you know, the prices and everything like that. I ordered this off Amazon, but you might find it in Target depending on where you live at. But this is my facial cleanser. For moisturizer, like I said, I use the matching moisturizer that matches that. For facial treatments, I usually go for, if I'm having a really bad flare up and it's really scaly, I actually use the MAC Mineralized Volcanic Ash Exfoliator, which looks like this. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's basically like that, which is in like a gentle exfoliator, and it gets off like all my dead skin cells. And then I'll go in with my my cleanser, and I'll go in with my moisturizer and leave it at that. I'm not really a big toner person because I have really oily skin, so I've really never really been into toning. If you want to use a toner and you have dermatitis, I actually recommend that you get like a spray bottle and mix a little apple cider vinegar in it with water, obviously the proportionate. You can Google like apple cider vinegar toner recipes or whatever. Use that as your toner and then go on with your moisturizer if you like. But normally I just skip over toner and go straight to my moisturizer, which is what's going on right now. So I look a little oily because moisturizer is really oily, but it's not, it's really like hydrating. That's what I'm looking for to your face, which I love. And after I actually use as a primer for my foundation and everything like that. So I usually skip over primer. If I do use a primer, I use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Spray Water. Spray that on, get sucked in, and go on, and my makeup lasts forever almost. For other facial masks I use are this Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask to clean the pores, and basically it looks like this. And it's a little clayey right now, but I'll let that sit, get hard, and then I'll wash it off probably after 45 minutes to an hour because I usually lazy and forget that it's on there, and wash it off. The next mask that I use is the Boscia Luminizing Black Mask, which looks like this. This is the top. It's almost empty, but that's what it looks like. You pour it out, and then it turns into a really hard peel mask. Not hard, but tight, and you just peel it off and you have to wash it off. But with the Origins one, you have to wash the Origins off because it's clay. The next product that has face mask stuff on it, hold on. A lot of times if I really want a nice deep clean, or I want to like get all the oil on my face, is Bentonite clay, which is 100% Indian healing clay. I ordered this off Amazon, and basically what I do is I'll take this and I'll mix it with apple cider vinegar and honey and make a clay mask. And I usually would do this maybe about once or twice a week, and I'll use my Origins maybe once every 2 weeks, and then I'll use my Boscia mask in flip of the Origins mask, so basically once every 2 weeks, to just really clean and suck out all the makeup and oil and dirt or whatever that's in my pores, to really like calm my skin. If I'm having a flare up in a certain section and I need to do spot treatments, as you can see, like my chin is really flaring up like all right there, and on my ears and stuff. So when I experience those types of flare-ups, I go to this, and it says 100% pure oregano oil, which is like this. This is a pure essential oil, which you cannot put this on your skin, because if you put it directly on your skin without mixing it with a weaker oil, you will get second-degree burn almost. Don't do that. I usually take the oregano oil and I'll mix it with a larger quantity of olive oil, jojoba oil, or almond oil. Most of the time it's olive oil. That's usually the oil that I have in my house that is readily available. to moisturize my skin with. So I'll use a little bit of that. Well, maybe this much, like a jar or a cup or something. 2 drops of oregano oil is all you need. It's strong enough, it's potent enough. Trust me, it's 100% pure. You don't need more than that. If you need more than that, it's going to burn, and you're gonna feel like your whole face is about to get up and walk away and go to the mall. So to avoid that feeling, use 2 drops of oregano oil. I'll just use a Q-tip or a synthetic hair bristle brush and just put it on the spots that I need to spot treat. Usually I let it sit and soak overnight and wash off in the morning with my face wash. If you don't want to do that, or if it's too strong, that means you put too many drops in, you might need to go to 1 drop instead of 2. Usually I let it sit overnight, and it's usually gone like just about the next day or the next time I do it. So if I do it twice a week, the spots usually are like 100% gone within the next 2 days at max. That's also a really good spot treatment for acne, like when you get that one pimple or that breakout during that time of the month. Q-tip, put it on there. Make sure you get it in real good. You know, go on about your business. Wake up the next morning, wash it off. It usually has decreased in size about 2 or 3 times for real by the time, you know, you go through the motions. Another essential oil that I definitely would recommend would be tea tree oil, which is similar to oregano oil. It kills the yeast. Basically, I would do the same thing. Take olive oil or whatever oil you're going to use. Mix a little bit of tea tree oil in it. Tea tree oil is a little less potent, but I wouldn't go past maybe 3 to 6 drops of tea tree oil in the olive oil and spot treat for a spot breakout. Or you can use tea tree oil and mix maybe 6 to 8 drops in your shampoo for your hair and your scalp. As I mentioned, it comes in my scalp. It's all over my scalp, and I'll basically take my shampoo, mix 6 drops in the shampoo, lather it up, you know, let it sit on my head for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'll wash it off and then go in one more time with just my regular shampoo one more time and let it sit, wash it off again, and then condition. That is like one of the best treatments that I definitely could recommend for people who have dandruff or dermatitis, which is kind of similar to the same thing. It's just a bigger flake count, but it's basically the same thing. And your scalp, you can also do apple cider vinegar rinses, which is 9 billion videos on YouTube of how you do an apple cider vinegar rinse for whichever hair type you have. I'll just Google that in the search bar somewhere, and you'll get definitely videos on how to get rid of or how to do apple cider vinegar rinses for your scalp. Something else I recommend is Nizoral shampoo, or I think Neutrogena has like a 3-in-1 tea gel shampoo or something of that nature, where you'll just, it's basically the same thing as having tea tree oil. Don't mix tea tree oil with that shampoo. Mix tea tree oil with, you know, regular like Suave or whatever you use to shampoo your hair. Those shampoos are already medicated with, I think, maybe a 4% chemical to help combat the overgrowth of yeast. You can also go to the doctor and get a stronger percentage of Nizoral shampoo, because I think pharmacies are only allowed to do up to 4% over the counter, and from the actual pharmacy you can get anywhere between 4.2% to I think 10%. 10% is really strong, but as I mentioned, you go to a dermatologist, get a prescription for that, and it'll definitely help for your skin condition. Another product that I use is this cream. It's called ketoconazole, and basically I got it from a dermatologist, and you basically use it as grease or as scalp moisturizer. I kind of like don't really use it as much as I used to back in the day, because I just use the oregano oil mix, which kind of does the same thing. It's just a little bit more oily. The grease, that the ketoconazole is a little bit more thicker in consistency, and you basically just take it and put it, you know, wherever is necessary. So like for example, if I take my hair and part it, you'll see like little spots, but you won't see like a big flake area. Let me see if I can find like, see how it's like really big flakes right there. It's like one right here. Those are what it looks like. So yeah guys, that basically wraps up how I take care of my skin using all the products that I mentioned. Everything will be listed below, along with links if I can find them. And basically that's how I deal with having seborrheic dermatitis, and which has been working for me. I also didn't mention that you can use the Indian clay mix, as I mentioned, in your scalp as a deep conditioner, or on your hair as a deep conditioner, which is phenomenal for so many reasons. I can do a separate video on that, show you guys how I mix it and how long I keep it on and how it maintains my curls. If you guys would like for me to do that, just let me know below, and I will see you guys in my next video.